live?
Yes, live.
Turn it All right. Hey, Shalom. Yahweh Shem Yahushua Brakathum to all my brothers out there. And Yahweh Shemar Alatah Bashem Yahushua to all my sisters out there. One moment while we get everything situated. All right, 1 second. Hey, tell me, what's the number to the call?
404
Seven.
793
Yeah.
7180.
Joining conference now.
All right, hey, Salaki, hold on. That was my phone. Lord Christ. Hey, so if I could, everybody. Hey, if I could, everybody put all phones on mute. There's always something coming to this Monday class, man. All right, we still got the echo. Man, it's still an echo. Hey, Shalom, Lord Christ. Anybody's in the call? Hey, Lord Christ. Hey, you hear an echo? You don't hear no echo? All right, Con, if I could, everybody put their phones on mute. And if y'all want to say something, go ahead and just take it off mute, and then you can ask your question. But I'm thinking we get a reverb. Yeah, go ahead. Hey, y'all about to send me outside. All right. Hey, shit, man. What's going on with this motherfucking mic, man? It's like. All right, look, we're about to go ahead and get started with the class. Salaki, we're having a little technical difficulties. All right, we're about to go ahead and get it in. Hey, if you could, young man, if you could, go on your phone and just check the sound on the Facebook and the YouTube. See if there's like a reverb on there. Because I'm hearing a reverb. I don't know what's going through my phone. It's coming from somewhere. I don't know where it's coming from. Go ahead. You playing the sound? You hear the sound? Do you hear it now?
Yeah, I hear echoing now.
What you say, Slacky? What you say?
I said I was calling in the class.
Yeah, kind of put Facebook back up. No, if you could, we might end up having to if my phone keep giving this reverb, we might have to use your phone for the call real quick. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. I have a man doing that. Yeah, I have a man doing it. But check the YouTube. Check the YouTube and see if there's any reverb on the YouTube.
Facebook too wild.
All right, Facebook too wild. That might just be my phone. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check.
YouTube too wild.
YouTube to what? Alright, cool. That might be my phones. Okay, so if you could, young man, we might have to use your phone for the call. So I'm just gonna hold your phone up here. Everybody call in the call. I'm gonna hang up on mine because I'm getting a reverb off mine. Yeah, it's lucky. If you could. Right.
Joining conference now.
All right, hey, Shalom, Lord Christ. Hey, it's still a reverb going. There's something going on, man. Okay, it's happening on your phone too. It's a reverb going. I don't know where the reverb coming from. Here, you can get your phone though. Yeah, I don't know where it's coming from. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to they'll have to tune in the class. Hey, Shalom, Lord Christ. Hey, everyone, y'all might have to go on online on Facebook or YouTube and watch the class because we having a major reverb on the conference call and stuff. All right, Lord Christ. All right, so look, Salaki, y'all, for the technical difficulties. All right, this is Monday history class, and what we're going to talk about is the Israelites being persecuted. You understand? So throughout history, throughout all of the history, according to the Bible, you understand, the Israelites has been persecuted. You understand? And we're going to go deep into the Bible, and we're going to figure out why. We're going to understand why the Israelites are being persecuted according to the Bible. You understand? We all know the answer because we disobeyed the commandments of the Most High God. You understand? But we about to get deeper than that. You understand? Well, there's really nothing deeper to go to. That's the main issue. But we about to just go into the Bible in the cases of all the instances of us being persecuted. You understand? All right. If I could, hey young man, if I could, give me Deuteronomy chapter 28:1.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
You see, now we'll understand what will happen if we keep the law, statutes, and commandments. You understand? The Most High is going to put us on top on top. We're going to be on top of everybody. We're going to be top of everything. We're going to be the number one man, women, and children on this earth. You understand? You see how your oppressors in power today? Your oppressors in power because the Lord has given them that time to reign and rule over the Israelites. You understand? You look you turn on the news and you see why we getting shot. We getting shot. You know what I'm saying? We getting everything bad is happening to the Israelites, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian people. Everything bad. You understand? We're being shot. We done number one in abortion, number one in AIDS, number one in diabetes. We number one in everything on this earth. You understand? Because that's a form of persecution. You understand? That's a form of persecution because as we're going to read, drop down to 15. As we're going to read, this is why ultimately the most we being persecuted. All right? Go ahead.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
You said all these what?
Curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
He just said all these curses. You understand? When you being cursed, you understand? It means good stuff is not happening to you. Only bad stuff, ill will is happening to you. You understand? That's what's going on this earth today. This is what's happening to the Israelites today. We're being persecuted. You understand? We're being persecuted first and foremost by the Most High. We're being persecuted. Why? Because we failed our duty. We failed our duty as the Israelites, the Most High power chosen people. We failed to keep his laws, statutes, and commandments that he gave to our forefathers. Now it's up to us to keep them, but we failed. We failed to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments, which is why, first and foremost, the Most High is persecuting us today. How do you know that the Most High is persecuting us today? Young man, how do you know that the Lord is persecuting us today?
It's logic because the scripture says so.
Yeah, that's first and foremost. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because the scriptures say so. We just read it. You understand? We just read it that the Lord's gonna curse us. He's gonna curse us. You understand? Meaning, we're gonna be. Let's look up the word of persecution, man. Go ahead, young man, if you could let's get the definition of persecute, to be persecuted. Let's look up the word. Let's get the definition of the word persecute. What does it mean to be persecuted?
Persecute, to treat someone cruelly or unfairly.
To do what?
Treat someone cruelly or unfairly.
To treat someone cruelly and unfairly. You understand? Well, I'm not going to say that the Most High is persecuting us. You understand? Because we deserve everything that's happening to us right now. We deserve everything. The Most High has been fair with us. He's been just with us. He's been righteous with us. We failed to do what he say, and guess what? We've been punished. So I'm not saying, no, the Lord is not persecuting us. But who else is persecuting us today? The oppressor. Your oppressor is first and foremost is persecuting you. You understand? He's persecuting you. How do you know that your oppressor, you being persecuted by your oppressor? This goes all the way back to Babylon. We're gonna get in the book right here from Babylon to Timbuktu. All right. First and foremost, let's bring this out. All right, Salaki. Okay, Salaki, 1 second. Trying to find that verse. I believe it was 86. One second. Okay. Salakia. Trying to look with the Babylon to my believe is just had that book highlighted. All right, well, Salaki, you know what I'm saying? Why I look for it? You understand? Let's go ahead and let's go ahead and talk about what are some of the things. How do you know that the oppressors you being persecuted from your oppressor, young man? How do you know that besides, you know what I'm saying? Of course, we get it from the Bible that we're being persecuted first and foremost by these heathens. What ways that the oppressor is being we're being persecuted by the oppressor?
Salakia, the prison system.
Yeah, that's a big one. The prison system. You understand? It's over 1 million blacks, Hispanics, and natives up in the prison system. And I guarantee you most of them's been locked up false accusedly. Because guess what? Your oppressor is the devil that the Bible speak of. We being locked up, you know what I'm saying, falsely, wrongly, innocently. The prison system is full of innocent blacks, Hispanics, and Native men. You understand? It's full of them. That's how you know that we're being persecuted. You understand? Not only the prison system, but guess what? They bringing drugs into our communities. You understand? Let's not forget the crack epidemic back in the 80s. The crack epidemic damn near destroyed blacks, Hispanic, and Native families. You understand? I know people to this day that's being affected. You understand by the epidemic back in the 80s. You understand? First and foremost, you got uncles, brothers, and cousins, and fathers and whatnot that went to jail. First and foremost, they're in prison right now because they just sold crack back in the 80s. You understand? They just sold crack. You understand? And they still locked up to this day. You understand? What else? Now that your man is locked up for dealing drugs, guess what? There's no father in the house. There's no men in the house. You understand? The women have to fend for themselves now. You understand? With the children. So guess what they're doing? They're doing anything they can to pay them bills. It's just like today. You understand? What are women doing today to pay bills? They not. Yeah. You said it. They doing more than twerking. I tell you that. They doing more than twerking. You understand? We grown in here. Let's just say it. They hoeing. You understand? I'm not saying all the sisters doing. Some sisters working 3 jobs. You understand? Some sisters working 3 jobs, 2 jobs. You know what I'm saying? Working 70 hours a week just to pay the bills. You understand? You got some sisters out there that got OnlyFans pages. You know what I'm saying? They getting a bunch of thirsty men paying them every month to see them twerk and do other ill things on there. You understand? The crack epidemic destroyed the black community, man. The black, Hispanic, and Native community. Destroyed it. You understand? And the men and women that was on drugs, on crack. You understand? It had crack babies. And now the baby's on crack. You understand? The baby, it comes out a crack addict. Look, man, look, you see how destroyed the family is? That crumbled the family. You understand? That destroyed the black household, man. You understand? I'm not trying to, you know what I'm saying, put you out there, though. But you know what I'm saying? You was born in the 80s, ain't it?
Come.
You understand? I'm pretty sure you can tell some, you know what I'm saying, some reminiscences during that period.
Come. My mother went to prison for selling cocaine.
You see? You see, Salaki. You understand? His brother said that his mother went to prison for selling cocaine, man. Look, the oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. I personally know, I had uncles that went to prison for selling crack. You understand? I knew friends. I had friends that had brothers, that had cousins, that had fathers. You understand? That's crack addicts. You understand? They stealing everything. You know what I'm saying? One friend I had one night, you know what I'm saying, he said he came back from school, all his gym shoes was gone. He came back from school. All his Nintendo 64 is gone. All his games is gone. His clothes is gone. You understand? That is the trauma that we have to go through from being persecuted. We're being persecuted till this day. Don't forget about Trayvon Martin. Don't forget about Eric Gardner. You understand? Don't forget about all the black Breonna Taylor. Don't forget about all the black, Hispanic, and native men and women and child that died. First and foremost, by the hands of the police, by the hands of the oppressor's taskmaster. You understand? And like it's countless of us is getting killed by the police. You understand? I mean, you hear about we mainly hear about the ones that's on the news, that's on the TV. But what about all the other ones that you don't hear about? Imagine all the other ones that you do not hear about. The ones that we do know on TV, what's that, about 30, 40, 50 of them? Now imagine the ones we don't. Go ahead.
Salaki, imagine the ones before social media, the camera phone.
Man, imagine, like the brother just said was so heavy. He said, imagine the ones without, hey, if you could, go ahead, monitor the Facebook and monitor the YouTube. Oh yeah, just make sure if anybody have a comment or a question or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to go ahead and see if this reverb went down in a little bit. About to put the call back up. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Imagine the ones that before social media, before these high-tech camera phones. I remember back then we had the big old Flintstone phones. You know what I'm saying? The little big old flip car phones, the ones you flip and everything, the bottom you flip. Big old gray phone and stuff you hold with the antenna and stuff. Man, but imagine the ones that don't get captured on TV, that don't get captured on your phones, that don't get captured on social media. That's plenty of those. There's plenty of broken families, man. There's plenty of broken families. And like I said, we're being persecuted to this day. We're being persecuted to this day. First and foremost, you know what I'm saying? The Most High is a righteous power, man. He's a righteous power. We deserve to be in whatever punishment that he see fit to give us.
That's right.
You understand? Because if we disobey his commandments. You understand? But just because the Most High punishing us doesn't mean that we be persecuted by these heathens, man. You understand? How do you know that we're being persecuted? I'm gonna give you one. I'm gonna give you one right now. Our identity has been wiped from us through slavery. We don't even know that we the Jews according to the Bible. We don't even know we the Israelites according to the Bible. We just know that we're black. They call us black. Okay, God. Let me give it, hold on, Slocky. 1 second. Get a phone call or call real quick.
Joining conference now.
Okay. Hey, Slocky. Okay, hey, Shalom of Christ. Y'all, it's still a reverb, so I'm gonna take it off the speakerphone. So I'm not able to really hear y'all, okay? But y'all can still listen in to the class. So if y'all want to have a comment or a question, just type it on the Facebook or the YouTube. We're still going to see it and we're going to still answer your question.
I can call in the class.
Okay.
Say their comments or-
Okay, well then a brother can, go ahead and call in the class. All right, Slocky. All right, so, like what we left off? Okay, like I was saying, we being persecuted, like I said, to this day. You understand? We can go all the way back to the records, man, in the Bible. You understand? From the time we was in Egypt. You understand? We was being persecuted in Egypt. You understand? We was getting up, working 12, 13, 14, 15, 16-hour days. You understand? That was slavery. We would get up, and that's all we would do is work. We would work so much, you know what I'm saying? It's just like today. Some of you brothers is working like 80, 90 hours a week. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got time for nothing else. You go home. When you go home, you're not thinking about, doing what you want to do. You're thinking about getting some rest to get right back up and do the same thing all over again. You know what I'm saying? Every day. That's how the oppressor keep you occupied, man. That's how he keep you from thinking about revolts. Keep you from thinking about going up against him. By making you tired. Because you wouldn't work all goddamn day. You understand? Some of you working 12, 13, 14 hours a day. You know what I'm saying? That's hefty. That is hefty, man. That is hefty. So I'll be tired too coming home. That's all I want to do. Come home, sleep. Go back, go to work, come home, sleep. You ain't got time to think about freedom. You ain't got time to think about the plight of your people. You ain't got time to think about the police killing blacks, Hispanics, and natives. You ain't got time for that. Why? Because he got that taskmaster's on your back. He told you to come in at 4 o'clock in the morning, and by the time you finish, it's about 8 o'clock at night. You understand? And what do? You go home and go to sleep, probably watch you an hour or two of TV. After that, go home, go to sleep, wake back up at 4 in the morning and do it all over again for another 14 hours. Do it all over again. That's one of the ways the oppressor is persecuting you, man. You go to the Christian church, they're going to tell you that, you know what I'm saying, look, we're not being persecuted. You know what I'm saying? We love the oppressor. The oppressor gave us jobs. Look, we're able to feed our families. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting a decent check. I'm working all these hours. I'm going to get a decent check. Yeah, you working all these hours for pennies. For pennies on a dollar, man. He's making millions of dollars off your blood, sweat, and tears. Well, guess what? Guess where he at? He's in Barbados somewhere. The oppressor's in Barbados somewhere, filling up one of your people, filling up a Benjamite woman. You know what I'm saying? A woman from the islands or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Getting his rocks off, and guess what? Guess where you at? Guess what? You haven't had a day off in like 3 weeks. Yeah, you being persecuted, man. Christian church ain't gonna tell you that, but guess what? We gonna tell you that up in here. You being persecuted, man. You being treated ill will and unfairly. You understand? Go ahead. Go ahead. Okay, hold on real quick. Hold on. Go ahead. See, put your phone on speaker real quick. See if you can hear him. Go ahead. God. No. God, we can hear you. Go ahead. God. Hey, Shalom, Christ, sir. All right, cut him. All right, cut him. All right, Salaki. Okay. Yeah, what the brother just said was heavy, you know what I'm saying? You know what? Why you too busy, while we so busy, you know what I'm saying, slaving for the oppressor and whatnot, guess what your women doing? Guess what the oppressor doing? The oppressor sitting there going to the black and Hispanic women and telling them how you know good and everything, man. Telling them how, you at his job site, at his construction site, at his warehouse or whatever, you slaving 14 hours a day. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Why the brother, well, like the brother said, man, like, he on the islands or whatnot, too busy getting with your women, man. That's crazy. Go ahead. Hold on real quick. 1 second. Hold on. 1 second. Hey, what's with that reverb, man, on the mic? Like, it's a big old reverb that's going on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, go ahead and get the mic. Go ahead and get the, yeah, go ahead and get the mic real quick. Hold on, Shalaki, you about to answer your question. You about to get the mic so you can answer your question on the phone. Yeah, go ahead, just probably turn it on. All right, go ahead. You probably need to turn the thing up. Turn the it's already up. Okay, Khan. Yeah, man, like, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. You understand? I mean, look, the white man, look, he got, look, he's free. You know what I'm saying? You're slaves to him. You working in his warehouses and whatnot, working a 9 to 5. You understand? And and guess where he at? He's on vacation. While you working and sweating and whatnot and earning pennies on a dollar, guess what? He's free. He's free to go do whatever he wants. You be seeing all them videos with your oppressor, you know, on vacation, jet skiing and on yachts and having fun. And let me tell you something, man. Guess who's on those yachts? Guess who's on those yachts? Well, while you at work, what your women, what the black Hispanic women's at? They on his yachts, man. They at his yachts twerking up a storm for him. You know what I'm saying? After the, you know, they getting drunk, twerking up a storm on his yachts while you working 14-hour days. You know what I'm saying? Them women should be sitting there trying to get a man. You know, get one of you brothers and whatnot, but they too busy trying to, you know what I'm saying, find the next come up. It's almost like old girl, man. The one that put the basketball player on child support for $200,000 a month. It's almost like her. I'm pretty sure that he met her on a yacht, and he was staking with his other head, watching her twerk. She was probably twerking all over the goddamn place, and he like, man, look, I got to get with her. Come on, man. Come on. Let's get up in the scriptures, man. Go ahead. Let's go back to Deuteronomy chapter 28 and 15. Let's get that.
Come. Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, but if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
You go ahead and use the mic if you want to.
It's not working.
It's not working? Okay, come on.
To observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
That's what we is right now. Look, the Lord said we're going to be cursed, man. That's why you think everybody on this face of this earth right here is persecuting us. The Lord has cursed us because we didn't keep his laws, statutes, and commandments. All right? Shalaki. Okay, so Shalaki, give me some other examples and whatnot of how we being persecuted on this earth. You understand? There's plenty of them. Let's talk about these heathens, man. We got up on the oppressor. Let's talk about these other heathens, man. For example, the Arabs. How is the Arabs persecuting us? Go ahead and put the there's a brother that wanna go ahead. Go ahead. God. Go ahead.
They also got stores and they feeding us unclean food that they don't even eat, selling us cigarettes that they don't smoke.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. You know what I'm saying? Them Arabs is, first of all, they ain't disgusting people anyway. You know what I'm saying? In they land, they got a whole setup, you understand, where they having sex with goats and animals and land. They just like they follow they follow the oppressor. They follow the oppressor too. Everything he do, they do too. It's with all these heathens, man. They're gonna follow what the top man is doing. Who the top man? Your oppressor. Everybody else is ever gonna follow. You know what I'm saying? He's into bestiality. All these other people's gonna be into bestiality. He's into homosexuality. Everybody else is gonna be into homosexuality. It's the same thing. Get Jeremiah 17 and 4. Go ahead.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage, which I gave thee.
We're gonna be discontinued from our heritage. We're gonna stop following our heritage. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies.
He will cause us to do what?
To serve thine enemies.
Isn't that what we're doing today? You understand? You're making your oppressor rich. You're going and working at 9 to 5. You're not being rich. You understand? He's getting rich. You understand? He's making millions, and he's on vacation. You barely even see the boss. You know, some of us work for companies and whatnot. You don't never see the boss. You probably see the boss once a year. He come in, just check to make sure everything is being ran cool, and you ain't gonna see him for another year. You understand? Why? Because he's out there enjoying the fruits of your labor. And you know what I'm saying? Keep going.
In the land which thou knowest not, for ye have kindled a fire in mine anger.
This, look, check this out. You know what I'm saying? The Lord said he will cause us to serve our enemies in the land that we don't know. This is a land that we don't know. You understand? America, blacks and the southern tribe didn't know this land. This land was given to the tribe of Gad and Reuben. So we didn't know this land. This is like a whole new land. So we got taken over. You know what I'm saying? We lost the fight in 70 AD against the Romans, and we fled the Romans into West Africa. And from there, we got taken on ships into this land that we don't even know, and was sold on auction blocks. Don't get it wrong, man. Your brothers, man, the Native Indians and whatnot, they was taking on ships too. You understand? What you think, Chris? Look, this is why I hate school history, man. You go to social studies and whatnot, they're gonna teach you that Christopher Columbus discovered America. Christopher Columbus, first of all, he didn't discover a goddamn thing. You know what I'm saying? This land was already occupied when he came over here. But guess what? They did what devils did. You know what I'm saying? They came over here and like the Pilgrims, they came over here, try to hee-hee-ha-ha with the Native Indians, made peace treaties with the Indians, and they broke the peace treaties and took them as slaves. At the end of the day, he said it was good business as he was bringing Native Indian men and women and children from over here back to Spain. He said that this was good business. You understand? Why? Because the Lord is angry with us because we didn't keep the Lord law, statutes, and commandments. All right? Or were you telling something else? No, that's it. All right. Like we said, we're going back on these Arabs, man. Yeah, the Arabs got these gas stations all over the community, and guess what? They making millions of dollars off you too. They open up these fried chicken joints. You know what I'm saying? Why? First of all, they don't even know how to make fried chicken like that. I guarantee you they don't clean the chicken. They feed you the chicken that they don't even clean. They don't even wash the chicken off and season it properly, man. All they do is take the chicken, just throw it in the grease. And at first, sometimes the grease don't never be changed. They don't change the grease. You understand? They don't change the grease. The grease be filthy and dirty and stuff. This is the same grease they've been cooking the chicken in for about 2 weeks. And they don't even care because they probably put pork in the same grease. They put shrimp in the same grease. You understand? They put all types of abomination cooking in the same grease. And guess what? They're going to throw the chicken in and cook it with it too. You understand? They get an order for some shrimp. Put the shrimp in the grease. Let it cook. Take it out. Get an order for some chicken. Throw the chicken in the same grease. When you're supposed to have 2 different types of grease, you know what I'm saying, for the products. You don't mix the chicken and stuff with the fish. You understand? Like, come on, man. They don't care about first of all, they don't care about your well-being. They don't care about you serving God. All they care about is continue getting rich out of the black community. You understand? And, oh man, don't get me up on these Chinese and Japanese people coming over here, man. They coming over here serving you shrimp fried rice. You know what I'm saying? But kung pao chicken, when it's not kung pao chicken, it's kung pao meow. That's what it is. It's meow. It's bow wow and meow. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Remember back then, you used to see all types of stray animals on the streets? You see all the stray cats and stray dogs. You know what I'm saying? You don't even see them no more. You know what I'm saying? What's the Chinese joint open up in your neighborhood? All them stray animals is gone. You know what I'm saying? They put cases out with bait. You know what I'm saying? To capture the stray animals and stuff like that. And guess what? They kill them and feed them to you. You know what I'm saying? The next time you eat some Chinese food and you see a piece of meat in there that look like a paw, and guess what? It is what it is. It is a paw. It is a paw, man. You understand? Like, you got to be careful about these heathens, man. These heathens, they're not here to benefit you at all. They're here to come here and drain you, continue draining you of your resources, continue draining you of everything out of the community, man. Life. They draining you of your life out of the community. You know what I'm saying? Imagine if we all put our money together, man, what we could do. These heathens, man, is making money in our community. They're making millions of dollars. So imagine if we kick these people out of our neighborhoods, where all that money gonna go? It's gonna go right back to blacks, Hispanics, and natives. We're gonna get that money right back. And guess what? We're gonna be able to build our communities to how the Lord wants us to build our communities. You understand? All right. So also look, guess what? We got these Africans too. These Africans over here open up these hair shops and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Braid, you know what I'm saying? They braid sisters' hairs and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? All these weaves and box weaves, and they ripping the sides out your hair. You understand? Y'all go to the African braid, sloggy. You go into the African braiders, and by the time you finish with them, you ain't gonna have no edges. You gonna take out your hair one night, your edges is gone, man. Your hair is not like their hair, man. Their hair is rough and sandpaper. You know what I'm saying? Rough and hard. That's why they gotta pull the way they do. You can't pull in your hair like that. You understand? All right, come on. I'm just running on, man. Let's get back to the scriptures. All right. So, like, see if you got any questions on the Facebook or YouTube. Nah. If anybody have any questions, comments or whatever, go ahead and just type them on YouTube, type them up on Facebook. We'll get to your questions or your comments. You understand? If you got any questions or comments in the conference call, just go ahead and just just let us know. Salakia, then we'll get with your questions or comments. All right. Give me Zephaniah 2:1.
The book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together. Yeah, gather together, O nation not desired.
You understand? That's what the Most High wants us to do. He wants us to gather ourselves together. He wants blacks, Hispanics, and natives to come together as one people. To first of all love one another again, because there ain't no love amongst us. You understand? We all eyeballing each other some weird way. We eyeballing each other, man, ready to fight and kill one another. There's no love amongst us, man. The Lord said, man, you got to bring that love right back. Y'all, yeah, first and foremost, man, look, we all, first and foremost, have a common enemy. You understand? That common enemy is your oppressor. You understand? Them natives on that reservation is being oppressed by the oppressor just as much as them Judites, man, in the hood, man. We all being oppressed by the oppressor. You know what I'm saying? Them Levites that's in Haiti right now is being oppressed by the oppressor just as well as the Puerto Ricans on the island of Puerto Rico, man, are being oppressed. We got to come together and first and foremost love one another. That's what the scriptures say. Read that again.
Khan. Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together. Yeah, gather together, O nation not desired.
Keep going.
Before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as chaff, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you, before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you.
This is saying before the decree bring forth. What's the decree? The decree is, you know what I'm saying, that's the Most High's judgment, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the thermonuclear fire that's coming. It says, before the day pass as a chaff. You understand? Before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you. We got to, look, it's an opportunity to get right. It's an opportunity to come back and love one another again. You understand? Before the Lord comes with his wrath. You understand? You don't want to be caught, you know what I'm saying, lacking on the day of the Lord, man. The day of the Lord, you know what the scriptures say, is a terrible thing. The day of the Lord, like the scriptures say, before the day pass as a chaff, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you, before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you. First, you got to get right, man, for the day of the Lord come, man. It's a terrible day. It's going to be a terrible day for all. For all, besides the ones that doing what the Most High is saying. All right? So like I was saying about these heathens, man, look. We being persecuted, man. You know what I'm saying? We being treated unfairly, rudely, ill-willed. You understand? For example, I brought this out a while ago about the redlining. How these banks is redlining the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian districts. You know what I'm saying? You can't even get a loan. If you want to open up a business or do something in that community at one night and your community is redlined, investors is not messing with you, man. The banks is not messing with you because you stay in a particular neighborhood that they don't invest in. And guess what? It's the hood. It's the hood. It's the barrios. It's the reservations. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand, it's programmed. Everything is being programmed to keep us at a low state. The only way we're going to change is like what we said before. You know, what we said in Deuteronomy, not Deuteronomy, in Zephaniah 2:1. We got to gather ourselves together. Go ahead.
In righteousness, not in wickedness.
And that's damn right. Damn right. In righteousness, man. You know what I'm saying? We'll all gather together to go smoke some weed. You go up there and ask a black and Hispanic and Puerto Rican or Mexican or a Guatemalan and Panamanian, guess and we all gonna come together to smoke some weed. You understand? You line up a blunt, we all gonna kumbaya. We all one people right there smoking that blunt. You understand? Or do some evil or wickedness. You know what I'm saying? You trying to go kick in the stash house and go ride the stash house. Guess what? We were all one people right then and there. You know what I'm saying? We gathering ourselves together Let's get that scripture, man. Don't follow a multitude to do wickedly. Find this. Type it in your coordinates. Let's get that. Exodus 23 and 2. Let's get that. Exodus 23 verse 2.
Come. The book of Exodus, chapter 23, verse 2. Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil.
Thou shalt not what?
Follow a multitude to do evil.
You understand? Give me an example of that. Give me an example of that. Anybody?
Salaki.
Go ahead.
When they was rioting, a lot of people just joined in the riot just to steal shit.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? That's one. That's one good one. You know what I'm saying? A riot going on. You don't join a riot. You see everybody taking big flat screen TVs and taking PlayStation 5s and Xbox X's and everything one night. You trying to join in and look? I'm gonna steal me something too. You know? No, you can't do that. The Lord just said, "Don't follow a multitude to do evil." Give me another example of not following the multitude to do evil. I'm gonna give you one. Gangs. You understand? Gangs. You know what I'm saying? You know, us blacks, Hispanics, and natives, you know what I'm saying? We known for joining gangs. You know what I'm saying? Well, you know, of course, your oppressor's known for that. You know what I'm saying? But we trying to follow the oppressor. Look, we joining gangs. You want to be a blood, a crip, a vice lord, you know what I'm saying, a gangster disciple. You want to be, you know, join these gangs. And guess what these gangs is doing? They're doing all types of manner of evil. And you're following this gang to go rob, kill, and steal, and sell drugs. You know what I'm saying? Doing whatever. You know what I'm saying? These gangs ain't standing up for righteousness. They standing up for wickedness, man. And they doing wickedness. Don't join. You ain't supposed to be joining no gang. First and foremost, joining a gang, and then following them to go do some evil. Yeah, no, that's a no, man, according to the Bible. All right? Keep going.
Neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after many to wrest judgment.
You understand? It says, neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after many to wrestle judgment. All right? So, for example of that, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's almost like being an odd man out. All right? It's like being an odd man out. Everybody's trying to agree to something, and you trying to, you know what I'm saying, wrestle confusion in the mix. You understand? You trying to, you know, how can I explain it, man? You know, I'm going to have to come back to that, you know what I'm saying, and get a better explanation. All right? But we're going to move on. All right. Now look about the what's it called? On the topic of being persecuted, man. You know what I'm saying? What's some other ways that we're being persecuted on this earth? You know what I'm saying? We talked about the prison system. We talked about, you know what I'm saying, redlining. We talked about all manner of other types of stuff, man. So what's some other ways of us being persecuted on this earth? We talk about how these heathens is persecuting us, opening up businesses in our community, stealing all the money, sending it back to their people, draining the black community of all of our resources. What's some other ways?
Police patrolling?
I mean, that's another way, yeah. That's another way of persecuting. You know what I'm saying? You think police is patrolling your oppressor's neighborhood the same way they patrolling our neighborhood? No. if you go to the so-called police in a oppressive neighborhood, they call public safety officers. Them officers is there to protect the public safety in their area, the public in their area. But who is they protecting them from? From you. You know what I'm saying? It's the difference between, you know what I'm saying, public safety and police patrolling, to police. You know what I'm saying? To police us is, look up the word police. Let's get the definition of the word police. Let's get the definition of the word police.
Come.
Go ahead.
Police. The control and regulation of affairs affecting the order and welfare of a political unit and its citizens.
Right. You understand? Any more definitions?
The department of a government or other institution that maintains order and safety and enforces laws.
Okay. Any more?
Police force.
Okay. What's another one? I think I see another one right here at the top of the organization engaged in the enforcement of official regulation in a specific domain. Yeah, well, really, all of it is the meaning of police. You know what I'm saying? But the police, the meaning, you gotta fit the word. You know what I'm saying? With the situation. You know what I'm saying? The police out here in the black, Hispanic, and Native community. What is they doing?
Harassing us.
Yeah, I mean that's basically what they're doing. They're harassing us, but you know they supposedly supposed to be enforcing the rules and regulations, enforcing the laws and whatnot. That's not what they do. That's not what they do in the oppressive neighborhood. The oppressive neighborhood, they protect them. You know what I'm saying? And you think they're enforcing laws over there? No. They lenient with their own people when it's coming to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian people. Guess what? There ain't no leniency. Ain't no leniency at all. You know what I'm saying? You think they chasing white people? I mean, you think they chasing oppressors up in the white community, like they do in the black community? You turn on Cops. What's that movie? That show Cops. Man, look. If you actually like watch that show and study that show, they always like you said, they always harassing the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. They chasing them everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Even the drug addicts, man, they don't feel no sympathy and whatnot. No addicts. You understand? They doing everything. They being hardcore and you know what I'm saying, and all types of manner of wickedness with blacks, Hispanics, and Natives. But if you watch that and you see how they interact with their own people, they try to help them, you know what I'm saying, give them advice, you know, and you know what I'm saying, they try not to look at them as a criminal. They already look, even if you're innocent, you're still a criminal in their eyes. You know what I'm saying? What happened to innocent to proven guilty? It's the reverse to the black community. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native community, it's guilty until proven innocent. Even if you is innocent, you still, because you're a nigga. That's it. That's it. Even if you're innocent, you're a nigga, man. You a nigga. You did it because you're a nigga, man. That's sad, man. That is sad. All right. All right. What are some other ways? What are some other ways that we're being persecuted on this earth, man? You know what I'm saying? Of course, we got our identity snatched. You know what I'm saying? The so-called Jewish, the Jewish man over there in Israel right now, he's perpetrating to be a Jew. Well, he's not a Jew. He's stolen the identity of the real Jews, man. The so-called Negroes, man. So-called the tribe of Judah. And he called himself a Jew. Man, these devils is wicked, man. These devils is wicked. All right? You got any questions on the live? No questions? Facebook or YouTube? Right, God. Answer those. Let's ask those questions, man. If y'all got questions, man, let's get those questions. All right. Salakia. You got to understand, you know what I'm saying? First of all, we got to, it's an order of things on this earth, you know what I'm saying? It's an order of things, you know, that how the Lord wanted everything to be arranged. Right now, everything is out of order. You know what I'm saying? You got your oppressor on top. You know what I'm saying, trying to be the boss. You know what I'm saying? Thinking that he's been blessed by the Most High to be on top of blacks, Hispanics, and natives. Well, that's not the case, man. Give me Isaiah 14 and Slack it. Give me Isaiah 14 and 1.
Come. Book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land.
You know what I'm saying? We're going to be set in our own land. The Most High is going to come get us up out of this hellhole, man. Remember Donald Trump called the Haiti a hellhole? That's what he said, right? He's not a hellhole. He said a shithole. That's what he said. A shithole country. Salaki about the language. But he called him a S-hole country. That's what America is, man. America is a S-hole country. You understand? But we're going to be put in our own land. You know what I'm saying? Keep going. And he said, hold on. But the Lord said he will yet choose Israel. Even though, that's why you're rich. You know what I'm saying? We walking around here, we trying to be stars or whatnot, like you're a person like the, try to be the next, what's his name, Tom Cruise or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Nah, man, you already rich and famous, man. Why? Because you an Israelite, man. It says the Lord's going to choose Israel again. Keep going.
And the strangers shall be joined with them.
Uh-huh.
And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
Who are these strangers?
Slocky, other nations.
Yeah, these other nations, man. These other nations one that's going to cleave to the house of Israel, man. Just like how we cleaving to them right now. Guess what? If you're hungry, where you going to go if you're hungry? You're going to go right across the street to get you a bag of chips or whatever, ain't it? You're going to go right into a restaurant that's probably, it's not black owned, and you going to eat some food. You know what I'm saying? You thirsty, where you going to go? To the gas station to get you some water, some juice, or some soda, or pop, or however you want to say it. You know what I'm saying? You got to go to them and serve them to get what you want. If you want to buy some clothes, where you going? You going to the store that's not black owned. And you're going to buy whatever you need, some underwear, some tank tops, or, you know what I'm saying, or beaters or whatever, shirts, pants. All of these is stuff that you don't own. Your people do not own. All right, keep going.
Verse 2. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place.
Uh-huh.
And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord,
Mm-hmm.
with servants and handmaids.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to take and bring these people to their place. You know what I'm saying? Thus said the Most High. You're going to take these heathens, man. They're going to be subjugated. They're going to be under our subjugation, man. We're going to tell them what to do. We're going to tell them when to eat, when to sleep, when to take a dump. You know what I'm saying? When to wake up. You know what I'm saying? When to, when to do everything, man. We going just like how we do now. Don't the white man tell you when to get up? He said you better be here at work before 8 o'clock. Guess what? We did 15 minutes early. We did 10 minutes early. You ready for work? Yes, sir. Yes, sir, boss. We ready for work, boss. Just like me, I gotta get out here. I gotta be there. I gotta be at the job before 10 o'clock. You gotta be there on time. You know what I'm saying? On time, or guess what? You're late. Guess what? He's gonna affect your money too. You understand? They tell us what to do right now. When to get up. You know what I'm saying? When to go to sleep. This is almost like a prison. You know, America is like a big old prison for blacks, Hispanics, and natives, man. Man, it's sad. Keep going.
Come. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were.
We shall take them captives. Just like how your oppressor had us captives. Well, we still captives to this day, man. Because guess what? You know what I'm saying? When Jay-Z, I believe it was Jay-Z and Beyonce. When Jay-Z and Beyonce was over there in another country, they was there for like some months. America was telling them, man, you gotta bring our slaves back. You know what I'm saying? Give our slaves back. These are our slaves. They ain't your slaves. You know what I'm saying? They was telling them, bring your behind back. Why? Because they know, they understand, you know what I'm saying? We property of the United States of America. That's what they understand. You know what I'm saying? We're property of the United States. So just like how they ruling over us, we're their captives, it's going to be a reverse role. They're going to be our captives. You know what I'm saying? And it says what?
And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were. And they shall rule over their oppressors.
And it says we shall rule over our oppressors. You hear the Christian church hear this, they close their ears. They're like, man, look, God loves everybody. God loves everybody. I'm not trying to hear this mess. This is the Old Testament. This is you know what I'm saying? This is old. We in the New Testament. This is a new thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, man. This is what it is. This is what the Lord's talking about. The Lord said that he don't change. What he said 2,000-3,000 years ago is still what he's saying to this day. He told us thousands of years ago to keep my commandments. And if you don't, I'm going to punish you. Guess what? The Lord was quick with his word. Because guess what? We're being punished today. You know what I'm saying? We've been punished for stuff that, you know, our people did 5, 6, 7, 8 generations ago. You understand? So the Lord's a man of his word. You understand? So keep going. We want to read verse 3.
Come. Isaiah chapter 14, verse 3. And it shall come to pass in the day of the Lord and it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow.
He shall do what?
Give thee rest from thy sorrow.
You understand? What does Jeremiah 14, I believe 14 and 2. It says, Judah mourneth. You know what I'm saying? And the gates thereof languish. We mourning right now. The blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian people are mourning to this day. We getting up, man, like you know, we getting up, gotta, you know, working 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? Worry about the condo, worry about insurance, worrying about your kids got what they need to go to school. You know what I'm saying? Your kids ask you for some new shoes, new clothes. We got bills, water bill, you got rent, you got a mortgage. You know what I'm saying? You got like all these things, man. Like, man, that's hell. That's called being oppressed. You know what I'm saying? You taking a vacation once a year, while your oppressor, they going on vacation every other week. They wake up and they look over there like, I'm going to Brazil. Come back home, be a week, wake up, I'm going to Mexico. And they just go. They free. They free to do whatever they please. Why? Because you're their slaves. That's what slaves do. Slaves supposed to make your life easier. So guess what? In the kingdom of heaven, what we gonna be doing? We gonna be too busy making babies. You know what I'm saying? Partying. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be doing everything, traveling the universe. We're gonna be doing all types of manner of things, man. While our slaves, you know what I'm saying, make our lives a lot easier. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta be worried about building a city. You got slaves to build the city for you. Ain't that what your oppressor did to us? You know what I'm saying? Ain't that what they did to us, man? Did we build America? Didn't they have the Mexicans on them skyscrapers and stuff, risking their life on them skyscrapers? You know what I'm saying? We was in there, we building their whole cities, man. We built their treasure cities. And guess what? We don't get no recognition for that. No recognition, none whatsoever. Why? Because we're slaves. You're supposed to do that. You're supposed to do that. All right? Any more on that?
Come.
Keep going.
And from thy fear.
We scared. Look, and from our fear, because we wake up and we scared. You know what I'm saying? You can ask any single black women, black Hispanic or Native Indian women. They're gonna tell you and ask them what their number one fear is. They're gonna tell you their number one fear is that their son going out and getting locked up, or their son get killed by the police, or something happened to their kids. You understand? Yeah, we fear. Go ask a black Hispanic and Native Indian man what's they fear. They fear about getting killed by the police. They fear it's about their oppressor, man. Getting killed by their oppressor, getting locked up by their oppressor. That's their fear. We around here walking on eggshells, trying to follow the law, keep the law, trying to please your oppressor. Walking around here trying to be a law-abiding citizens. Man, that's not enough, man. You gotta be a law-abiding citizen to the Most High, man. Obey these laws such as the commandments. That's how you know. That's how you get total protection. You can be a law-abiding citizen in America. You can still wake up dead. You know what I'm saying? Ask Breonna Taylor. She was a cop, wasn't she? I believe she was. No, I don't think she was she? I can't remember. It was a correction officer or something, but she didn't do nothing. She was in her crib. She in her crib sleep. I think she was asleep, wasn't she?
Come.
She was asleep. And police kicked down the door and shot her while she was asleep. I'm pretty sure she was a law-abiding citizen. Go ahead.
It ain't a crime to go to sleep.
Right. It's not a crime to go to sleep in your own house, in your own crib where you pay rent at or pay mortgage at. It's not a crime. But guess what? It's a crime in America to be a nigga. It's a crime in America to be a Mexican. It's a crime in America to be a native. It's a crime in America to be Haitian, to be Jamaican, to be Puerto Rican, to be Dominican, to be from Guatemala, from Panama. It's a crime to be an Israelite in America. It's a crime to be an Israelite all around the world. All around the world because your oppressor rules the world right now. It's a crime to be a Israelite, period. Which is why he kills you. Any more on that? Keep going. Keep going.
And from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve.
And from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve. You got just like Egypt. We were serving a hard bondage in Egypt. You know what I'm saying? A hard bondage. I'm talking about this. I can't even explain how hard the bondage was. When you think about slavery, you think about picking cottons, and that's the first thing that comes to everybody's mind. When you say slavery, picking cotton. And they're going to tell you, well, picking cotton was easy. You know, cotton don't weigh much. You just take it off the plant and just throw it in the basket. But imagine, no, that's not all we did. Trust me. We built up cities. We was carrying wood and metals. Go ahead.
So like your picking cotton is hard. They got the seeds got spikes on them. So when you pick it, you gotta it fuck your hand up if you don't do it right. So it's a slow process.
Oh man. See, I've never picked cotton.
So like
go ahead.
Oppressor brought some cotton when I was in school one day, so we could see what it was like to pick cotton. At first I said I ain't doing that shit, but then I got curious. And that shit, it ain't as easy as it may seem. You got to take the seeds out of that, and it's they got some spikes on them. It's hard work. It makes your hands up.
Man, good night. You see that, man? What's so devil about the devil? It's so crazy, man. He gonna bring cotton to some kids, some black kids at school. I'm gonna teach y'all how to pick cotton. He said, I don't never want y'all to forget y'all history, man. Don't never forget about y'all niggas picking cotton. We gotta teach these. We gotta grow these niggas up to know how to pick cotton efficiently. I heard there was one brother that was saying that they took a field trip to a cotton field. It was some brother, I forgot what brother was talking about this, but he said that they took a field trip to the cotton field, and then they was all given a basket, and then they just went around and picked as much cotton as they possibly could, and then when they got back, they asked to if they could keep the basket of cotton. The person was like, hell no, hell no, y'all not keeping this basket of cotton. You know what I'm saying? They just used them for that day for free labor for a couple hours. That's crazy, man. Good night. All right. That's it. Is that it on that?
Okay.
You understand? Look, we was the hard bondage. Imagine back in Egypt, though. We was lifting up heavy bricks. We built the pyramids. You know what I'm saying? You think the pyramid was easy to build? No, man, it had to take a lot of ingenuity. Which was one thing blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian people had. You know what I'm saying? We had a lot of ingenuity. You know, we knew how to rig stuff to work. What they call it, nigger rigging. We knew how to nigger rig a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And imagine he had to lift these heavy pound bricks. You know what I'm saying? 500, 600, 700 feet in the air. Good night. That's all I can say. Good night. We served the hard bondage in America. Just like we served the hard bondage in Egypt. It's the same thing. The Lord said He's going to give us a rest. We're going to get a rest from the hard bondage where we was made to serve, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the patience and the faith of the saints. That's what we look for, man. We look for to finally just rest. You know what I'm saying? Look, I don't know about the next black, Hispanic, or Native Indian man, but I'm tired of getting up, working a 9 to 5, man. I'm tired of that. You understand? So I'm ready to sit back and feel like how your oppressor feel. Be able to go on vacation whenever you want to. You know what I'm saying? You got slaves to work your business for you. You ain't got to worry about nothing. You got slaves to build up your cities. All right? With that, I pass the class to Triple Car 1. Slot. All right? Go ahead, clap it up. And stay on the line, and then we're going to get everybody that's online, and keep you logged up for class. Should be in the Bible. Look in the Bible. You got permission to stay with
I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K. Started out 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be to salute only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18:21. Malachi 3, verse 8 through 10. Means tenth in Hebrew. Masharah, 10%. Every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the Treasury Department or the teacher. Priest funds, free will offering for the priest, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming Holy Convocation. Memorial blowing the trumpets. check the bulletin board for any events or upcoming the next holy convocations. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. With that, men of Israel, Amajim Shabbat, Amajim, Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatah, Yazbatah, which means hands down. Class dismissed.
Turn the stream off. All right, Salaki, y'all. I'm gonna take y'all attendance real quick. Hold on.